My last game was done just before the Christmas holidays, and I did come down, I think, and help you one time after that.
I forgot about that, yeah.
But that was it, and it's good to be back here looking at the beautiful Massena Arena, and got a good hockey game, I think, this afternoon.
Well, you know, the Flyers are ranked number 7 in the Division II poll, and the Massena Red Raiders are ranked, I believe, number 8 in the new Division I poll. So both teams are ranked in the top 10 in New York State. The Flyers have had some great success of late. They beat OFA, a Division I team, about a week and a half ago, and they're playing good hockey. They, let's see, was Alex Bay, they beat 4-3 over the weekend? Yeah, Alex Bay 4-3. A couple of goals from Sean Hicken in the game, and it's a good Flyer team. They've had some adversity, as we talked about in the pregame show, adversity being not enough bodies. Unfortunately, they've got some people out today. Josh Ramunda is not in the lineup today. He'll not be
Kuechly,
skating.
Eh? The other one is Dwayne Kuechly, you said?
That's the other guy. They're both injured. Klucki and also Ramunda are out today, and Ramunda, one of their top scorers. It's going to be tough to miss him, but you know, all good teams, they live with the adversity. You're going to have injuries. It's a fact of the game, and so they're going to do the best they can. Jerry Patterson says we're going to go out and play our style of hockey and let the chips fall where they may.
I think they're going to have to come out and play a real strong offensive game, and hopefully they can create some, in all the games that I've listened to, they've been trying to cause Massena to cough up the puck on their own end, and that has been one of their big problems. Massena will be skating shorthanded as well. Chris Cameron will be sitting out this game over the weekend, so you know better than I, that will cause a little bit of a problem on one of the lines.
Well, of course it is. Anytime you have a regular guy who is not going to play, they're going to rotate wings on that line and give Eddie Davis a chance to play. They're going to give Freddie Kellison a chance to play, and Jason Chilton will be the 3 wingers to alternate on those lines. But whenever you have a player of the caliber of Cameron out, it's going to hurt that line. Of course, the first line will stay the same with Morris up there, Tommy Moore on the left wing, Jeff Bigelow on the right wing. And the third line, we started out calling them the Smurf line, but it doesn't fit. We're calling them the UPS line now because they do deliver. They've been Massena's most consistent line the last 4 or 5 games, that being Joey Fauché centering Scotty McCracken and also Bobby Whitcup on the other wing. And they've been very tough for Massena.
You know, Jerry, even when I was doing the game, Stan always seemed to come up with a scat third line, which most teams go out there and just say, you check, you know, and don't let them score. Give the chance for the first and second line a chance to rest. But lately, you know, Stan's been able to put that third line out there and always has been a good hustling line and has created a lot of problems for other teams.
And if there is a difference in the game, that could very well be the difference in the game. The teams have been introduced, and before we get started with this afternoon's officials, and I don't know, Victor, but to me, Bobby Preston looks like the little guy at the other end of the line here, Randy Burlingame, doesn't he?
Sure does. He resembles him an awful lot.
Yeah. He can skate a lot better than Randy can, though. He can do most everything a lot better than... No, we're only kidding.
2 excellent hockey players from the Lake Placid era when they were really strong and had some excellent games. Jerry, I think some of the best games that I've ever seen here were when Lake Placid and Massena played, and really some outstanding ball games.
No question.
Those 2 gentlemen had a lot to do with it, too.
They're excellent. They were excellent hockey players, and I'll tell you what, they're excellent referees, Victor. They do a good job. We always like to see when we get Butch on a game because he does a super job. And, of course, in the past few weeks, we've seen some interesting officiating. So it's nice to get back home to the NAC, where there's no doubt in my mind they have the best officials in New York State, no question. Well, stepping into the face-off circle, Matt Rose. He's one of the imports from Madrid-Waddington. He's a big kid. He'll face off against Jake Morris. And off the face-off, we're underway. The puck comes back to Campbell, flips into the Massena zone. Brian LeBac is there. Over to LaBarge, goes through his skates. Rose trying to forecheck, but LaBarge flips it around behind the net. Up along the puck boards it comes. Tommy Moore trying to kick it free. It bounces in the circle. Morris. Here's Morris now, trying to move it out of there. Has it poked away, kicks it. Center ice. Dumped right back in the zone by Troy Caswell. In behind the net it comes. That's Dougie Cullen in there for Massena. And on the other side, Brian Cook defending the goal for the Flyers. Out to center ice, Jake Morris with it. Morris circles in his own end, waiting for Bigelow, who had gotten knocked down, to get back up. Here's Morris, dropping it back on the defense. It goes by LeBac. Massena, a little problem getting going here. Bigelow, taken out of the play, puck back in the zone. Here's Putney with it. Poke checked out to center ice. Bigelow trying to hit the open wing. That's Chilton playing on the wing second line as they start to make the change. Here's Jason Jackson with the puck now, circling in his own end, starts out left side. Headman pass, Manning. Todd Manning gets by the D. Manning trying to center to Chilton, but it's too far. Chilton comes back for it, gets a weak shot off as he's knocked down. Puck in behind the net, Manning with it. Manning being ridden into the boards there by Steve Kenny, the defenseman. Now Chilton throws a check. The puck comes free. Kenny over to pick it up for Norwood Norfolk. Jason Jackson takes it away. Stick handles, looking to move it out of traffic. He does. Top of the circle, goes across to Tommy Post at the left point. Post now just flips it in the corner. Manning in after it there. He goes into the boards along with Brian Gushlaw. Puck goes back to Post at the point. Quick wrist shot. Knocked down off a leg into the corner. Back to pick it up is Kenny. Moves it along the boards but not out. Pinching in is Jackson. Finally, the Flyers dump it down the ice. It's going to come right on Cullen, and he makes the save and leaves it.
Jerry, that was the best offensive pressure that either team has been able to put on thus far. Post had the best chance, but wasn't able to get the shot off.
Here's Jason Jackson, stick handling through the middle. He's rubbed out of the play as Massena gets that third line out there, and Bobby Whitcup picks up the puck. Here's Whitcup dropping it to Collins, who's playing defense for Massena. Down the ice it goes. McCracken knocked it away, so it's not icing. Flyers try to clear out to center ice. Brian Levac is there, dumps it right back in the zone. Cook stops it, side of his net, leaves it for Enslow. Luke Enslow, another Madrid-Waddington player. Back to the point, but not out. Levac winds up. Cook makes the save, and the puck comes side of the net. Picking it up there is Steve Kenny. Puck around the boards. Fauché trying to kick it into the slot. Back to the point it comes Collins. He winds up. His shot knocked down in front. Whitcup gets it and fires it just wide. Whitcup going after it in the corner now. Trying to move it back to the point. Runs into some traffic. Taken away by Luke Enslow. Fauché throws a check on Enslow. But coming back is Mike McDougall. Flips it along the boards. Collins keeps it in. Backhands it in the corner, right side of Cook, the goalie. McCracken goes after it there. Scotty with a puck in the corner, trying to stick handle through some traffic. Still comes up with it, has it poked away. Whitcup steps into the fray, flips it in behind Steve Kenny for the Flyers. Kenny in behind his own net now. Starts out right side, flipping it on the right wing. It comes but not out as Fauché steps in front, tries to slide through to McCracken. Scotty can't get the shot off. Fauché follows and fires it wide. Puck whistles around the boards. Collins pinches in. Keeps it in the corner along the puck boards. Fauché gets knocked down, gets back up again. Centering pass comes to Whitcup. Can't get the shot off. He goes after it himself in the corner. Back to Collins at the point. Collins shot deflected. Score! Tommy Moore, who had just come on the ice, gets his second goal in as many days or as many games. And Massena goes up 1-0. And Victor, what did I tell you about that third line?
That's for sure, Jerry. Fauché did a lot of work in there, getting that puck out of the corner. Got it back out to Collins at the point and let that shot go, and it was deflected in behind the goaltender. Really a good play. A lot of hard work, though, on Fauché in that corner, getting that puck back out there. And I think it'll be from Fauché and Collins, Moore getting the goal.
Here comes the official. Tommy Moore gets the goal. Collins getting one assist. Oh, Whitcup getting the assist. Here comes Jake across the blue line. Bigelow trying to give it back, but it's knocked away and back out to center ice. Puck just inside. Rose is going to take the shot, and it's Cullen. I don't know if he got a piece of it or not, but it went in behind the net. Now Rose trying to forecheck. In there is the puck taken away. Now Jake Morris throws a check. Picking it up, though. Here's a chance right in front. Cullen makes the save on Benny Todd. Puck in the corner now. Rose trying to put some forechecking on. Massena with a problem. Aaron Barkley, he kicks it away. Morris throws a check, and Barkley comes up with it in the corner right side. Barkley starts it out. Headman to Bigelow. Bigelow looking for Morris. He didn't see it, and down the ice it goes. They wave the icing off as it comes into Craig Campbell behind the net. Campbell starts out, falls down. Bigelow picks up the loose puck side of the net. Morris right in front of the shot, the rebound, and it's side of the net, just sits there. Massena with a great chance, couldn't put it in. Now here's Tommy Moore flipping it in the corner. Bouncing puck goes to Bigelow. Has it taken away nicely by Troy Caswell. He's another player from the Madrid-Waddington system. Down the ice, he flips it. It comes to Levac at the Massena line. Levac moving it ahead. Poke checked right back in the zone to lay off sides, but the Flyers clear the zone. So does Massena. Here comes Bigelow across the blue line. Poke checked by Caswell, and back to pick the puck up nobody really gets it. Finally, they flip it out to center ice, and breaking down the ice, here comes Brian Gushlaw. Across the blue line, trying to get the shot off. The drop pass instead is deflected by Levac. Levac whips it around the boards. Coming back, trying to pick it up is Jackson. Jackson, headman pass to Chilton on the left wing. Here comes Chilton with it. Ahead to Jackson, goes behind him, and the Flyers try to turn it around the other way. Jackson poke checks it away from Gushlaw. Back to the red line. Chilton trying to throw a check. It pokes away from him. It's fed to Jackson. Jackson can't handle it. Back to the blue line. The shot and we're going to have an offsides called as the Norwood Norfolk winger was offside when Jeff Seguin took that shot.
Jerry, I don't know, they said Whitcup got that. I thought Fauché was digging that puck out of the corner, but maybe he touched it before it came out. But
quite possible. But we'd give Joey, if you could give a third assist, we could give Joey the third
for sure.
assist.
He did a lot of work in there, for sure.
Massena leads it 1-0 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard with 9:43 left in the first period. Here's Collins, headman on the stick of Jackson. Jackson goes on the wing for Chilton. Chilton digging after it in the corner, stops, looks for somebody to pass to, gets ridden. Jackson helps out. Back to the point. Here's the drive, Labarge, and Cook makes the save. Puck kicks off into the corner. Steve Kenny with it. Back to the point. Labarge keeps it in, flips it over to Collins. Collins winds. His shot off a leg, bounces right in the slot, but is cleared back to the blue line. Labarge didn't see it, and back down the other way come the Flyers. They're just going to dump in the Massena zone. Puck goes to the side of the net. Collins has really come on in the last few games, playing very well for Massena. Headman to Jackson. Jackson got man, he takes it across. Oh, stick handles right by the defense. Shot. Nice save by Cook. Jason Jackson just turned the defenseman inside out, but Brian Cook stood his ground and made the big save. Now the Flyers dump to center ice. Collins dumps it right back in the zone. In behind the net it comes. They call the delay offsides, but Massena clears. Here's Whitcup through traffic. He's small, but he's not afraid. He's ridden out of the play, though. And in behind the net it comes to Sean Hicken. Hicken and Fauché jam. And there's going to be a penalty on Fauché as he grabbed Hicken around the neck. And the Flyers have the puck, but Massena touches it. Barkley. And the Norwood Norfolk Flyers will have the first power play advantage of this hockey game as Fauché will get the gate for holding. Good call.
Jerry, he caught him right around there. It's holding call.
Joey Fauché gets the gate for holding at 6 minutes and 28 seconds of the period.
Jerry, one thing I've noticed, Norwood Norfolk, every time Massena starts out with the puck, boy, everybody gets back as quick as possible. They're all back in there. They all become defensemen in a hurry in their own zone.
Off the faceoff, Putney breaks through the defense. He's going to get a shot off. It's knocked down by Aaron Barkley. Putney tries to dig it out, but in the corner it's Seguin. Seguin goes to the side of the net. They jam, but the puck is covered up by Dougie Cullen, and we'll have a faceoff. 8:22 remaining, period number 1. And on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Massena leads 1-0 on a goal by Tommy Moore. His second in as many games, third of the year for Tommy. Morris will face off against Putney. Off the draw, puck goes right into Cullen. He's going to flip it into the corner. Picking it up there is Seguin. Seguin goes back to the point. It comes to Caswell. Caswell just dumps it in the corner. Couldn't get the shot off. Now the puck over on the other side. The other winger is Brian Gushlaw. He's got the puck. Drops it. Back to the point. It comes to Seguin. He winds up, or Caswell rather, the shot and the save by Cullen. The rebound cleared out to center ice. And down the ice it goes. Racing for it is Caswell. Caswell playing the point with Craig Campbell. Caswell in his own end with 49 seconds left in the power play. Jake steals the inbound pass. It comes to Morris. He just stick handles at the blue line. Finally flips it into the corner. Back the other way. Here's Caswell. He's being forechecked by Morris. He finally flips it out to center ice. It comes to Seguin. Barkley throws a check on him. Bigelow picks up the puck, dumps it, and it goes off a high stick, and that means the faceoff will move down in Norwood Norfolk territory.
30 seconds left in the penalty, Jerry, and Norwood Norfolk has only got one shot, and that was on the faceoff right after they've tied the puck up there. And Massena, that line there, put a lot of good checks on getting that puck out of their own end. Almost had a couple of clean breaks as well.
That's right. Jason Jackson and Scotty McCracken out now to try to kill it. Matt Rose coming out with his line mates on the power play. 30 seconds left in the man advantage for the Flyers. Here comes Sean Hicken. He can dangle with the puck. Hicken to center ice, flips it ahead. It goes to Benny Todd. Todd comes in on the left wing side, taken away by Labarge. Labarge stick handling behind his own net, looking to backhand it ahead to Jackson. Doesn't get it out of the zone. Back in the corner. Now Levac whacks at it. This time he gets it down the ice. And Levac took a look and saw that Kenny was moving toward the middle, and he just rode it around the boards and all the way down the ice. 5 seconds left in the penalty, 3 seconds, and Massena will get the man back in a moment as Fauché comes back out on the ice, and the puck goes all the way down the ice. Labarge with it. Drop pass for Levac. Levac trying to flip it to Fauché on the wing. Fauché, headman pass to McCracken. Scotty following it in the zone. Here's McCracken stopping, trying to feed it through to Jackson. Goes off his stick in the corner. Cook comes out to play it along the boards. McCracken stops that. He's being tied up in the corner. In there working on him, Benny Todd. Todd comes away with the puck. Here's Todd now, being forechecked by McCracken. McCracken swipes the puck away. It comes to Cook, the goaltender, who flips it around the boards. Now Fauché stops in front of it. takes it into the corner, has it taken away from him. Around the boards it comes. McCracken throws a check, can't come up with a puck. Finally it comes free, and the Flyers move it out to center ice. That's Steve Kenny. Kenny trying to come across the Massena line, taken out of the play by McCracken, and Collins picks up the loose puck. Here comes Todd Collins across the blue line. His shot, goes off a shoulder as Luke Enslow got one. The puck comes free in front to Whitcup. Whitcup into the corner now, loses it. Fauché trying to come up with it. He gets tied up. Whitcup steps in there, picks it up. Here's Whitcup looking to center. Tommy Moore! And he almost had another chance there as the puck comes around the boards. Collins flips in behind the net. Moore is there. Oh, he just got railed from behind, and the puck comes free. Now Whitcup with it, trying to tie it up. It kicks along the blue line. And is it out? No, it goes off a leg into the corner after it. Whitcup, he just throws a quick poke check at it, and the Flyers clear it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Norwood Norfolk. Down to 5:36 remaining in the first period, and on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Massena leads 1-0.
Jerry, both teams needed a line change there very badly with 5:36 left to go. Massena has had the territorial edge in this first period, but Norwood Norfolk is they're taking every advantage. Boy, once they get the puck, they are taking and bringing everybody into the Massena zone.
Putney's line out there against the Morris line. Oh, Bigelow throws a check. Tommy Moore picks up the puck, goes to Jake. Jake in the circle, runs into traffic to Bigelow behind the net. Bigelow centering right fast. Moore a shot. Good save, rebound. Moore again. Tommy Moore picks up his second on the rebound from the Jake Morris shot after Bigelow dug it out of the corner, and Massena goes up 2-0. Tommy's second goal of the game, his fourth of the year. So the Raiders pick up another goal, Tommy Moore, and it's 2-0 for Massena on the Corky's Collision scoreboard. And again, that was a hard work goal, and it all started with Jeff Bigelow digging it out from behind the net.
No question about it. He did a great job getting it out front.
So Tommy Moore, all of a sudden, has become a scoring machine. He has scored Massena's last 3 goals. Puck dumped down in the Massena zone. Here's Tommy Post with it. He loses it. The Flyers trying to move it, but Bigelow comes back. He gets kind of tied up, but Post follows up. Little pushing and shoving. Tommy Post steps by the D. Here comes Tommy, winds up, and it's gloved by Cook. That was off net. But Cook gloved it anyway, as Post turned into a forward that time and rushed down the right side. 5:02 left in the first period on the scoreboard, the Corky scoreboard. It's 2-0 Massena.
Both teams changing now with, as Jerry said, 5:02 left to go. Moore getting both goals, and only one penalty thus far in the game. Jerry, very well played game. Nothing going on down there. Fauché picked up the one penalty. Other than that, it's been a well-played hockey game. Both teams moving up and down the ice.
Jackson's line out there for Massena against the Rose line for the Flyers. The puck comes to Steve Kenny. He loses. Here's Jackson, stick handling in the corner. He gets tied up. Nice defensive play by Enslow. Back to the point. The shot is quite a bit wide. Puck goes to Manning. He digs it out of the corner. Goes back to Barkley at the point. His shot, and the save made by Brian Cook right across the goal mouth. Now the Flyers look to try to clear it. Kenny with it. Pokes it out to center ice, goes to the Massena line. Big Matt Rose picks it up, goes by Barkley in the corner. Barkley trying to chase him down. It goes off a leg back to the point. Stepping in front of it is Kenny. He winds. His shot deflected right across the goal mouth. That was deflected by a Massena stick. Puck comes free in behind. Rose with it. Jackson just takes him right into the boards and picking up the loose puck. Here comes Massena breaking out. Levac ahead to Manning on the right wing. Manning trying to flip it in the middle. Jackson takes it right off the defenseman's stick, comes in front. Cook gets a stick on it. Jackson gets it back again. Goes back to the point. Kept in there. Levac fakes the shot. Goes to Barkley. He's going to wind it up. It's deflected in the corner. Here comes Jackson with it. Back to the point. Barkley, flip shot, goes in the corner. Manning after it. Cook gets a stick. Manning pokes at it. It comes free in behind the net. There's going to be a penalty on Manning of Massena. Going to be called for hooking. So Manning gets the gate for hooking, and the Flyers will go back on the power play with 3:47 left in the first period, and the Raiders leading it 2-0 on the Corky scoreboard. So, it's a hooking call to Todd Manning.
Jerry, Massena's had the territorial edge in this hockey game thus far. Norwood Norfolk's going primarily with 2 lines, and as the period winds down, they seem to be getting a little tired. And the Raiders, with the 3 lines, are putting on a lot of pressure. Have to see if they can do anything right here with this power play.
Massena with a 7-11 combination trying to kill it off. Here's Brian Gushlaw. The drive is blocked. Here's another shot. Goes off a leg. That shot taken by Caswell. Comes back to the other point. Here's Campbell with it, taking it into the corner now. Centers it right across the goal mouth. McCracken couldn't get a stick on it. Back to the point it comes. Caswell, he winds. His shot knocked down by McCracken. It bounces out to center ice. And if there's anybody who's fearless, is that McCracken, I'll tell you. Dump back into the zone again. Bouncing puck comes right into the crease, but is cleared in behind Tommy Post. Steps by with it, takes a whack at it, missed it, but follows it into the corner. Post gets knocked down. The puck comes free. Back to the point. Caswell, or that's, I should say, Campbell can't keep it in. Just bounced over his stick. He comes back for it. Back out to center ice.
Ooh.
Fauché steals it. The Flyers ran into each other that time. And the puck comes all the way to Post, and he's going to loft it down the ice. Cook stops it in behind with 30 seconds left. Caswell starts out. Headman pass looking for Hicken on the wing. Here comes Sean with it. McCracken just steals it. Rip picks his pocket. Shoots. Score! Scotty McCracken just picked Sean Hicken's pocket, took the puck away, turned it around, and scores a shorthanded goal. And Massena goes up 3-0.
Well, that was a beautiful unassisted goal. McCracken, Jerry, as you said, he just stood his ground, took that puck right off the stick, took a 360 and let it go right up in the upper left-hand corner. The goaltender never had a chance on that one.
Massena has not had that many shorthanded goals this year, but that's one. And the Raiders go up on a score of 3-0. That was a beautiful play by McCracken. Off the face-off, down the ice. 15 seconds and counting left in the power play. In behind the net, it's Luke Enslow. Moving it up along the boards. They break it out to center ice, to the Massena line. LeBac is there to dump it right back in Flyer territory. And it goes right in on Cook. He has to clear it in the corner to Steve Kenny. That's the power play. Massena back as Bigelow steals it in front, but he can't get the shot off. Trying to center to Morris. It goes by his stick. Jake trying to stay with it. Now Tommy Moore cruising in there. Flips it back to Morris. He has to come out to center ice. Ran out of skating room there. He drops it to Jason Labarge. He takes it across. Looking. He's going to go in the corner for Morris. Poked away from him. Jake stays with it, though. Takes it high slot. Winds up the shot. Hits Tommy Moore. Bigelow. And the puck goes in the net, but they say no goal. I think they called a man in the crease.
No, I think he called it a forward pass with his hand, Jerry.
Okay.
When it hit him in his stomach, he pushed it forward, so they'll bring the face-off outside the blue line.
Tommy Moore caught it right in the gut.
Well, when he hit him in his stomach, it normally would bounce out, but it landed right in his hand, and he just kind of tossed it, and it went right to
Bigelow.
Put it in the net, but that's a hand pass, so they didn't call that one. 1:50 left, 3-0. Massena on top, and they've really had the territorial edge here in this first period, no question about it.
Jackson out there with Manning, and Eddie Davis is going to play the wing now in place of Chris Cameron. Puck goes into the corner. Manning throws a check. The puck bounces free, and it's backhanded down the ice. That may be an icing call. It is. And the faceoff will move back into Norwood Norfolk territory with 1:40 remaining in period number one and a 3-0 Massena lead on the Corky's scoreboard. Raiders, I'll tell you, they played pretty well over the weekend in Vermont despite that 4-1 loss. The Massena looked pretty good in that game. And they came back after a kind of a sluggish start in the BFA game, bus legs and all that. They came back and played very well. Jackson takes the faceoff back to Post, who flips it in the corner from Manning. Here's Manning looking to center, but it goes off a leg. Back after it is Joe Putney. Putney starts out right side. Putney now is going to lug it out to center ice. His headman intercepted by Post at the Massena blue line. He turns it back the other way. Here comes Post right by the defense. Breaks in, centering pass to Jackson. Can't get the shot off. Jason stays with the puck in the corner, though. Steps by the defense. Jackson backhand. Big save by Cook. And the puck comes to Caswell in behind the net. Flips around the boards. Barkley is there. Pinches in. Feeds it for Eddie Davis. Davis flips it behind the net. Back after it is Campbell. Campbell and Big Manning jam for it. Campbell wins and flips the puck around the boards. Under a minute to play in the period. Massena up 3-0. Here comes the headman. Brian Gushlaw breaks across. His shot, ouch, went off the leg of Tommy Post. Whips around the boards. Kept in at the point. Dumped into the corner. Manning comes back for it. Picks up the puck. His headman goes to Jackson. Jackson loses it. Back the other way is Matt Rose. Rose into the zone. No, that's not Rose. Excuse me. We'll pick it up in a moment. Here's the shot. And the puck comes free in behind. I don't know if there was a save or not by Cullen.
I think it hit the side of the net, Jerry.
Okay. Here's Eddie Davis trying to receive the headman pass. Gets checked by Hicken. Kicks the puck. Did he get it out? I believe he did. No, they call it no offsides, but Tommy Post clears it ahead to Eddie Davis. Davis gets his pocket picked. Actually, he got mugged right there. Back the other way is Hicken. He fires it way wide with 12 seconds left. Tommy Post with it. Flips it ahead. Does he get it out? Caswell keeps it in. Loses to Fauché. Oh, Fauché looking for McCracken at the blue line. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. That's going to take care of the first period. The Raiders will go to the locker room with a 1-0 lead after 1 period of play here, as the Massena Red Raiders come up with 2 regular goals and a shorthanded goal to take the lead 3-0. We're going to get the saves right now. Brian Cook had 11 saves. 4 saves.
Well, Jerry, I had 9 and 4. I think a couple of the ones that they called down there, but we'll go with 11 and 4. Goals in that period, more from Collins and Whitcup at the 8:30 mark, and then more from Bigelow and Morris at the 9:28. McCackron unassisted at 17:44. 2 penalties, both to Massena. Fauché for holding at 8:32 and Manning for holding at 16:13. We've got just enough time to get to the news
just
at 3 o'clock. Well,
that's right. That's pretty good. So it's 3-0 from Massena on the court.
Starting to come out. I would imagine that Jerry Patterson is telling them, hey, come on now, get out there and skate. I can't see, even though they're shorthanded to a couple of people, Jerry, they had to skate and do a lot better to beat Ogdensburg and then Alex Bay, because both of them have got some pretty good clubs. They've got a lot of talent out there. They skate very well. They're big. They just seem to be a little bit disorganized out there for some reason or other. And Massena is really flying out there today. After that first shift when they got bottled up in their own end, from that point on, they've been going full tilt out there, and they've been really moving the puck, and they're looking to headman that puck up the ice all the time.
That's been something that Massena has been working on. Pass the puck, pass the puck. Broadcast brought to you as well in part by Massena Super Duper, our buddy Jim Sullivan and the gang in the Hart Haven Shopping Center. Friendly, fair, and I know it's true with Jim, uncommonly fresh. Massena Building Supply, 70 Water Street, Massena, serving the people of Massena for over 80 years. Bogosian's Carpet and Furniture and BC Cleaning, 70 Willow Street, Massena, the folks who've been in the cleaning business since 1923. By the Seacom Federal Credit Union, 30 Stern Street, your family of financial services. Homestead Dairy, West Hatfield, in the corner of North Main and Maple in Massena. By the A-Plus Mini Market, downtown, a franchise of the Atlantic Refining and Marketing Corporation. And by your friends at Reynolds Metals St. Lawrence Reduction Plant. Working together, their quality shines through. 3-0, Massena leads here after a period as we get ready for the start of period number 2. A programming reminder, following this period we'll be going back to Randy Burlingame for a check of local news between periods, so stay tuned for that. Jake Morris steps into the face-off circle for the Massena Red Raiders. He'll face it off against Joe Putney, and we're ready to start the second period. Off the face, comes into the Massena zone. Brian Levac picks it up, looks, goes over to Labarge. Labarge, the backhand pass, ahead. Bigelow, Biggs feeds it down the ice, goes by Morris. I guess he got a stick on it because icing waved off. Caswell and Morris go in behind the net after it. And where's the puck? Still free now. Bigelow takes it out. Looking to go back to the point. He kind of overpassed it and couldn't get it free. And it's picked up there by Gushlaw, who flips it back to Caswell again. He goes around and going to try the right side. And the puck comes to the blue line. Levac, he fanned on the shot. We have a whistle. And we got a cross-check on Bigelow. And that happened behind the play. Did not see it, but Jeff Bigelow gets the gate for cross-checking. And I would imagine if Butch Martin called it, it probably was a penalty. Yeah, Joey says, oh, yeah. So Massena will get a chance to kill another penalty here, or try to, as the power play comes back out. Matt Rose will be out there, along with Sean Hicken and Ben Todd. And coming out on defense for the Flyers, it is going to be Craig Campbell and Troy Caswell.
Jerry, I noticed that time when the puck went in behind the Norwood Norfolk net, all 5 Norwood Norfolk players were inside of the face-off circles trying to help get it out.
Here comes Fauché stealing the puck. He's got McCracken. Breaks it to McCracken, goes behind him. Whoa.
Ooh, wide open.
Here comes Hicken back the other way. 1-on-3. Hicken takes it across, stops, looks to set it up, and stick handles it at the blue line. Hicken loses it. McCracken picks it up and dumps it down the ice.
Oh, he hit Butch Martin with that one. It would have went all the way down, Jerry.
Is that why he didn't make it? Huh?
Yeah, it hit him
totally inadvertent. And McCracken steals the puck again, and he poke checks it into the Norwood Norfolk end. Norwood Norfolk a little sloppy with the puck right now, having a problem handling it. Puck to Hicken, across the red line. Hicken takes it in the zone, dumps it in behind the Massena net. Tommy Post is there. Here's Post. He swipes at it, missed it, comes to the side of the net. Hicken in front, he can't get it, goes back to the point. Here's the wind, here's the shot, knocked down in front. Rebound comes right across the goal mouth, and into the corner. Caswell after it there. Here's Caswell right across the goal mouth and into the other corner. Comes to Fauché, left side of the net now. Joey with it, trying to drop it to Barkley. It's stolen away by Ben Todd. Todd in the face-off circle, stick handles. He kind of fanned on it. Maybe the ice is different or something, as both teams having a problem handling the puck. Todd in the corner now. Barkley jams him into the boards. Puck comes to Rose. Rose loses it. Here's Fauché. Stick handles it. Out to center ice. Oh, he goes for McCracken. It's too far, and Scotty will go off the ice. 6 seconds left in the penalty. Massena will be back to full and equal strength here in just a moment. Now the puck kicked away. Kellison's out on the Jackson line now. He feeds to LaBarge. His shot. Save Cook. Oh. And it goes into the corner, and Cook lost it at the last second. Now it's Jackson. Stick handling it. Goes to the blue line. Collins, nice job to keep it in. Right back to Jackson at the 45. Jackson goes to LaBarge. Jason, right back to Jackson. In the slot, backhander, knocked down in front. They jam Kellison. We have a whistle, and the net's off its moorings.
Jerry, on that shift earlier, McCracken took a pretty good check over here, just about in front of us, almost at center ice, and he got up, rubbing his shoulder. I think we got
matching minors
right now. The net came off its mooring, and the two of them in behind the net were kind of bouncing against each other. Number 2 for Norwood Norfolk.
Gushlaw will go with Kellison.
Kellison and Gushlaw.
Timmy Long, Massena's assistant coach, was not real happy with that call, and he's shaking his head. Of course, that doesn't make any difference. Maybe for the next one, I don't know. No, that was Kenny. A minute and a half for roughing. Oh, wait a minute. No, that was Gushlaw. Yeah.
Kellison.
Now it's Gushlaw and Kellison. Face off left side. 4-on-4. Here's the backhander by Manning. It goes off a leg into the corner. After it, Manning can't control it. Back out to center ice. Here come the Flyers. Joe Putney. Putney coming in one-on-one with Collins. Collins takes him into the corner and takes him out of the play. The puck's still underneath them. Coming in is Jackson trying to come up with it. He does. Here's Jackson now. Breaks out right side. Uh-oh, a little bit of a extracurricular, but no call as LaBarge breaks back the other way. And now we have a whistle. And who are they going to call? A slash, and it's going to go against Collins. And he really got railed by Joe Putney, and he retaliated after the fact, and they always get that second call. So Massena will be killing another penalty as Collins gets the gate for the retaliation. Massena penalty number 14 is Todd Collins. A minute and a half. What they did was they let the first one go a little bit, and Collins got frustrated and took out his frustrations, and you always get called for that.
Well, he got hit down there pretty good in the corner, and the referee didn't call anything on him when he got dragged down, and when he came up the ice, he was trailing him, and he just kind of let him have a little shot. So the Flyers will have a one-man advantage, skating 4-man to 3 here with 1 minute left in the penalty to Kellison.
Craig Campbell with a puck now. Jake Morris out there to try to kill it off, along with Barkley and Fauché. Hicken dumps it in the Massena zone. Hicken and Fauché go into the corner. Joey comes away with a puck. Hicken gets it back again. He finds the handle. In behind the net. Here's Hicken looking to wrap it around. He can't get it out in front. It's going to go back to Caswell at the point. Caswell tees it up. Morris steals. Here comes Jake on the breakaway. Jake's going to go all by himself on Cook. Jake, shot.
Oh,
big save by Brian Cook. Cook just robbed Morris. What a beautiful save. Brian Cook now puck poked away again. Here's Fauché staying with it. Morris picks it up again. Trying to get by the defense. He can't this time. Puck bounces right back to Morris. Morris dangling at center ice with it. Circles around, just ragging the puck. Drops to Fauché. Joey back to Morris. Morris goes to Barkley. Massena playing catch now. It comes to Fauché right in front. Joey takes it in behind the net. Now he winds up, goes to Jake, and Jake just lets it go by. And he gets knocked down for us, and they're going to call a penalty on Norwood Norfolk as Caswell will get a tripping call. He came by and tripped Morris, and that was borderline, I'll tell you. I'm a little surprised he called that one, but it's going to be tripping, and Caswell will get the gate for it, and that'll even things up for 21 seconds, and then Massena will go on the power play. Caswell gets the gate. And this period has slowed down a little bit, Victor.
Yeah, Jerry, we only had 2 penalties in the first period, and we've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties, and we've only played 4 minutes and 56 seconds of the second period, so it's livened up just a little bit.
On the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, Massena leads at 3-0. But great save by Brian Cook on Jake Morris. Morris with a breakaway. Morris takes the face-off, goes to Post. Post back to Morris at the 45. Morris trying to go to Post, has it poked away. Post steps in front of it, takes it, back to the point. Here's Tommy Post trying to get the shot off. He can't. He goes back in the corner to Jason Jackson. Jackson stick handles. Here's a cross-ice pass. Jake Morris, the shot, and that goes wide. Collins is out of the box, so Massena will go on the power play here. This will be their first power play of the game. Tommy Post with it, drops for Jackson.
Yeah, 1 minute, Jerry, on this power play.
Jackson, takes it right in front of the net, has it poked away, but comes up with it anyway. Goes ahead to Morris. Morris, back in his own end, swipes it over to Tommy Post. Post looks up. They got Bigelow on the ice now. Post is going to lug it down himself. Takes it in the zone, looking to set it up. Goes to Jackson, high slot, fakes the shot, stick handles through. He can handle that puck pretty well. Jackson, cross ice pass, Post. He winds it, the drive, and that's wide, I believe. The puck whistles all the way around the boards and out to center ice.
25 seconds left in the penalty, Jerry.
Jackson, head man to man, he goes right by him and into Norwood Norfolk territory. In behind the net, Steve Kenny has it taken away by Bigelow. Bigelow, stick handling behind, looking to drop it to McCracken. McCracken circles the net. Right back to Bigelow, goes by him. Jackson keeps it in momentarily, but breaking out of there is Rose. Rose goes down the ice, and Bigelow is going to get called for tripping as he knocked Rose down, and tripping will be the call, and the Flyers will go back on the power play. 9:33 remaining in the second period, and on the scoreboard, the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, it's 3-0 Massena as Biggs gets the gate for tripping.
We have a lot of penalties piling up in the second period, Jerry. Only 2 saves, both of those by Cook of the Norwood Norfolk Flying Ends. But other than that, it's been in the penalty box and shorthanded.
Back to the point. Kept in there at the point. The Flyers, Rose trying to move it through. Back to the point it comes again. Here's Campbell over on the other side. Caswell dumps it in behind. It comes to the side of the net. Shot. Cullen makes the save and pokes it into the corner. Caswell now picks it up, brings it back to the blue line. Flips the pass to Rose. Rose looking. Rose. He stick handles it in the corner. Back out to the point. Here's Caswell. His shot goes wide. Bounces right in the slot. Fauché doesn't clear. Here's the shot again, knocked down. It comes to McCracken. And McCracken just flips it down the ice. We're down to 54 seconds and counting in the power play. In behind the net, Troy Caswell with it. He starts out left side of Cook. His headman pass goes on the wing as they move it down to Hicken. Hicken breaks in the zone. Levac picks him up. Hicken stops in the corner, looking to set it up. Goes back to Campbell at the point. His shot, that goes across the goal mouth and bounced up over the glass.
That went off his right hand, Jerry.
Okay.
He got his blocker on that one, and it was right on net. He came up with it, and it went right off in it. 8:37 left here in the second period. Massena up 3-0. All 3 goals scored in the first period. 34 seconds left on Bigelow's penalty, and thus far, both teams have been playing pretty much shorthanded in this second period, so it's hindered play a little bit.
Yes, it has. It has not had the consistency of the first period. Here's a shot from center ice. Cullen makes the save and holds onto it for the faceoff. A little bit of stick work there at the side of the net, and Butch Martin says enough of that. Collins, a little bit of a problem there.
28 seconds left in the penalty now. The faceoff will come to the right of the Massena goaltender.
Putney will take the faceoff against Morris. Somebody moved, and they'll do it again. The whistle blew immediately. I think that was Brian Gushlaw, who Bobby Preston says you can't do that. Jake wins the draw. Collins down but not out. Kept in at the point. Kenny shot blocked by Jackson. Bounces off his body out to center ice. Kenny back with it. Here's Kenny. Moving it ahead to Gushlaw. He has to circle to the red line. Dumps in the Massena zone. Comes to Barkley. Barkley loses it, but it's poke checked nicely by Collins. Back to the blue line and not out. Kept in at the point. Bounces free. Here's Jason Jackson with it. Jackson stick handles it in the corner. Here's Jackson. Jackson just finds the hole out to center ice. And Bigelow didn't come back toward his own end, so they blow the whistle. And he had just come out of the penalty box and was looking for the headman from Jackson, and Jackson found him, but they called it immediately.
How far do you have to go?
You got to go
Jerry?
back to your old blue line.
Yeah, he just came out, went right straight across. He looked and he started to the blue line. The path came out and he started back up again. So this will be the first time since the 31-second mark of the second period that we have both teams at full strength. So maybe we'll have some hockey now.
Face off right side. It comes to Tommy Post off the draw. Jake Morris's line. Post looking for Tommy Moore on the wing. Moore now getting some forechecking pressure, and the puck stolen away from him. Bouncing in the corner. That's Gabe Hinckley after it. It comes free to Rick Collar. Collar loses it to Levac. Levac now flips it. It goes to Bigelow. Bigelow, head man of Morris. He overskates. Comes back to the Massena blue line. Now Hinckley gets checked. The puck comes free. Moore can't find it. It comes to Ricky Collar. Collar's pass intercepted. Bigelow breaking down right side. He's got Morris right in front. Morris directs it. Big save by Cook. Bigelow rebound. Backhand right across the goal mouth. That's wide. Morris in the corner now. Gets ridden into the boards trying to stay with it. It comes to Tommy Post. Post can't keep it in. It's out to center ice. Picking it up. Here's Ricky Collar. Collar takes it across. His shot. And that goes off Levac's body into the corner. Bigelow back to pick it up, flips it around, meant for Fauché, intercepted by Caswell. He takes it into the corner. And it's Tommy Post after it, along with a flyer. It's underneath, Hinckley's in there digging for it, and it's still free. And finally, Post gets a whack at it, flips it, but not out. It comes to the blue line. Here's the drive, bouncing puck right in front, and it's back to the other blue line, to the other side.
That one hit Levac's leg, Jerry, and went wide.
Ouch. Here's Hickens centering the Rose, but it's intercepted. Bigelow breaks it to center ice. Here's Bigelow busting by the defense, trying to stay with it, can't get the shot off. Moore gets the backhand. Oh, just wide. Moore almost got his trick. Now the puck comes out to center ice. We got a 2-on-1. Here's Hicken and Rose. Hicken being bothered, gets a shot off. Cullen makes the save, and the rebound comes to Fauché. Fauché did a great job checking Hicken to keep him from getting a good shot or even a pass off. Back the other way comes Tommy Post. He's going to one-on-one down the zone. Feeds McCracken. High slot. His shot. He fires it wide. Puck kept in by a sprawling Bobby Whitcup. Whitcup gets taken out of the play. The puck comes to Luke Enslow, who flips it to the blue line, and it's dumped out to center ice by Rose. Comes to Labarge at the Massena line. Here's Jason with it. His head man. Whitcup, Fauché. Fauché crosses the blue line. Gets a shot off. The save. Cook the rebound in the net. They called no goal. The whistle blew just before the goal, and okay, he should not have blown his whistle. However, he did blow his whistle. That's no goal.
They're going to take it away. The save was there. Cook made the save, but the whistle did blow. There was no question about it. You could hear, there's a rubber chicken.
That was a mistake. It was an inadvertent whistle is what it was. Supposedly, when you lose sight of the puck, you blow the whistle. Cook had made the save. He left the rebound right in front and was poked by him by McCracken. Was it McCracken?
Yes, it was, Jerry.
And but the whistle had blown. It's no goal. They made the whistle was wrong, but the call was right. Off the face-off. Whitcup in after it, in the corner. Looks to center. McCracken turns around. Can't get the shot off. It comes to Fauché. Fauché's going to go back to the point to Collins. Collins winds up his drive through traffic. Sits in front. McCracken shot. Score! He got it back. Scotty McCracken. And Massena goes up 4-0. So that one evened out, Victor.
No question about it, Jerry.
So Scotty picks up his second goal of the game. And Massena goes up on the assist from Collins. Joey Fauché will probably pick up an assist as well. With 5.5 left in the second period, the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard reads Massena 4, Norwood Norfolk no score.
Jerry, Norwood Norfolk is changing their goaltender now. Number 30,
John Cota coming in. So Fauché and Collins pick up the assist on the goal.
Just as you called it, Jerry, Fauché and Collins. Didn't take them long to make up for that goal. But one thing about that one, I like to see the two officials. They work together.
Yeah.
Butch Martin did not blow his whistle. He had a good look at it. He could see the puck. Preston was over on the goal line, and when he lost sight of the puck, he blew the whistle. And that's basically what...
It comes Manning. He loses it. It's poked back to the blue line. Kept in at the point momentarily. Yeah, it's kept in. The Flyers run into each other again. And the puck comes out to center ice. Manning breaks by the D. He's got one-on-one. He comes in on the Norwood Flyers and backhands it in behind the net. Another penalty. And I think this is going to go against the Flyers as the whistle blows. And Manning did a good job that time.
Interference, Jerry.
Is that what it is, interference?
Yeah.
And so Massena will go on the power play, I believe, as picking up the interference call will be Craig Campbell. 5 minutes even remaining in period number 2. And on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, Massena leads 4-0. Raiders are off on Wednesday. I think one of the first Wednesdays of the season we don't have a Massena game. However, we will be broadcasting a big one Wednesday night, Salmon River at St. Lawrence Central.
That'll be a big, big hockey game. No question about it. They've played two tough games.
Yep. 7:30 game time at the Tri-Town Community Center, and Dave McLennan will be back for that one. Here comes Morris with it. Massena, as we mentioned, on the power play. Headman LaBarge gets away from it and is dumped back into the Massena zone.
Jerry, for some reason or other, when Massena gets on the power play, they play very disorganized in the few chances that I've seen them play. When they're not on the power play, or when they're shorthanded, they play very, very controlled. When they're on the power play, they look helter-skelter. They're all over the place. Nobody's playing their positions.
Here comes Bigelow in the corner now. Moves to Jackson. Jackson in the slot. Face-off circle. Back to the point. Looked like he was going to shoot, decided against it. Gets the puck back again from LaBarge. Centers it to Morris. He can't get his stick on it. Nice pass.
That was a beautiful setup right there. Even though it didn't click, that was a real
Here's
good
Bigelow
job.
breaking in front of the net. Back to LaBarge. He steps in, shoots. Coda, rather. Cullen? No, Coda makes the save. And down the ice it goes. Johnny Coda. As the Flyers clear. 30 seconds left in the power play. In behind the net, Tommy Post picks up the forechecker and Brian Gushlaw. Feeds it to Jake Morris. Morris looking for Bigelow. His pass intercepted. Post follows up. Ahead to Bigelow. Makes the good move. Has it poke checked away, but Morris is in the corner after it. Jake with a puck now. In behind the net. Looks for LaBarge at the point. LaBarge over on the other side to Tommy Post. Post looks to wind up. Can't get the shot. Tries to bounce it to Morris. And down the ice it comes.
Penalty is over, Jerry. Both teams at full strength with 3:25 left to go in the second period.
Okay, here comes Jason LaBarge. Starts it. Headman to the blue line. Here's Fauché. He's going to break in. 2-on-0 with Whitcup shot. Coda makes a good save. That's a second breakaway. The Flyers have stopped. Following it up is Jason Jackson. Makes the turn into the circle. Whitcup, give and go. Jackson, another big save. Rebound in behind Jackson again. That was a perfect give and go. Whitcup and Jackson. Back to the other point. Aaron Barkley drives it. Deflected. And the save made by goaltender Coda. The Flyers trying to just get the pressure off, and they flip it down the ice. That's going to come right in on Cullen, so there's no icing. Levac picks it up. Backhands it to McCracken. McCracken, his pass almost intercepted. Fauché, some good stick work to take control of that puck. He heads to Whitcup. Whitcup across. Feeds McCracken. Oh, it just goes off his stick in behind the net. McCracken steps by the check, goes to Whitcup behind. Whitcup takes it in the corner. Caswell takes him into the boards. They jam for it. Puck underneath. Fauché comes in, trying to get the stick on it. Kicks it free. Fauché, oh boy, he got held. And that's definitely a penalty on Caswell. Interference or holding.
I would think it's got to be holding, Jerry. He grabbed right a hold of him and wasn't going to let him go.
As Fauché had managed to poke the puck out from where it was tied up and was going after it, and Caswell had his arm on him and held him for the holding call. Of course, he's going to shake his head and say no, but it was a pretty obvious penalty. Right in front of the official, too. 4-0, Massena leads on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
It was a good 2-point takedown first, and then he held him afterwards.
Of course, I got to be careful. I can't criticize officials today.
Oh, I know that. You got one.
I've got one sitting next to me. Yeah.
These two guys have done a good job, though.
Yes, they have. Right in front. Jackson steals. He fires it high. Oh, boy, was there some mustard on that wrist shot. Jackson. He's dangling. Top of the circle. Right side of goalie Coda. Oops, he flipped it back. And LaBarge had just moved out of his position. And he has to come back into his own end after it. Goes over to Tommy Post. Post turns it. Moves it. Loses it. Here's Rose, the drive. And he fired it wide. Cullen came way out to cut the angle down. Rose didn't have much to shoot at.
He certainly didn't, Jerry. That was an excellent job by Cullen. He didn't leave him anything to shoot at.
Here comes Jason LaBarge. Drop pass. Goes to Post. Post moves it ahead on the wing to Jackson. Jackson just backhands it in the zone. In the corner, he's got Bigelow barreling in after it. Bigelow has the puck poked away by Steve Kenny. Doesn't get it out. Post kicks it in the corner to Bigelow. Looks like he's playing soccer there. Now he tries to feed Morris back to the point. Tommy Post with it. Post back to Morris. 45 to Bigelow. Backhand pass. Here's Biggs in the corner. Stick handling it. Back to the point. Tommy Post. The drive. The save. Coda bouncing in front. The puck sits there. Cleared to the blue line. We have what?
Hand pass.
Hand pass against Massena. No, against Norwood Norfolk. And the faceoff will come to the left of goaltender John Cota. Cota's been tough here since he's been in.
Yes, he has, Jerry. He's had to make 5 tough saves in a row here, some real big ones. Let's see. We got 22 seconds left in the penalty and 1:12 left in the period. Massena up by a score of 4-0 here at the Massena Arena.
Back to the point off the faceoff. Tommy Post winds it. The save, the rebound. Bigelow. Oh, he fired it wide.
Oh, they put the light on, Jerry.
They put the light on.
They thought for sure that was in.
You see Rogers' reaction? That hurt. Here's Jake Morris. His shot goes in behind the net. Bigelow with it. Bigelow Morris deflected. Good save by Cota. He got a blocker on it, and the Flyers clear it out to center ice. They're going to have an opportunity. Here comes Jeff Seguin. Gets by the defense, and then Post takes him into the boards. They push and shove, and the puck comes to Labarge. Labarge's pass intercepted, gets it right back again. He starts the stick handle, turns it the other way. We're under a minute to play in the period. After the rash of penalties, it has speeded up a little bit. Comes to Tommy Post behind the net. Post looks for Bigelow on the wing. Jeff stops it, takes it, has it poked away, and it comes to Morris. Jake with it now. Headman right on the stick of Jackson. Here comes Jackson. He just blows by the defenseman, but a nice poke check from behind by Craig Campbell breaks it up. Feeds to Morris. In the slot. Quick wrist shot. Big save by Cota. And the puck comes into the corner. Back to the point. Here's Levac. His shot, the save. Whistle. We got a charge on somebody.
18, I think, Jerry, from Massena is going to be going off. Todd Manning. No, it's going to be Norwood Norfolk.
Okay. I was going to say Manning wasn't out there.
Well, we got coincidental minors,
okay.
Jerry, okay?
Jason Jackson will go along with Brian Gushlaw. 4-0. Massena leads with 6 seconds remaining in period number 2. Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, 4-0 Massena. Face-off will be in the Flyers zone. Matching minors, the call. Oh, I guess that's Caswell. No, that's not Caswell. That's Gushlaw. I don't know why they got 13 up there. There we go. Off the face-off, out to center ice with 5 seconds left. Collins flips it, and it goes to Manning as the buzzer sounds. And we'll go to the locker room. Massena with 1 goal in the second period to lead it 4-0 after 2 periods. And after John Cota came in the game, boy, he played some excellent goal and looked very, very good.
Jerry, we had 10 penalties in that period, and I'll go over those. Let's see.
Here are the saves. Cook had 4.
One, well, Manning's was for hooking, and Faucher's was for holding. But the second period, it only took 31 seconds for the penalty parade to start, and before it ended, we had 10 penalties. Bigelow, Gushlaw, Kellison, Collins, Caswell, Bigelow, Campbell, Caswell, Jackson, and Gushlaw. So it looks like a who's who out there, but 10 penalties in that period. The saves in the first period for Cullen, he had 4. In the second period, he had 5 for a total of 9. Cook started the game for Norwood Norfolk. He had 11 saves in the first period, giving up 3 goals. Then he gave up a goal in the second period at the 9:30 mark, and then they brought in Cota, and he had to make 9 saves, and he made a beautiful save on a breakaway and did a real good job, Jerry. I thought he looked very, very strong in net. So it's 4-0 with the Flyers now leaving their goaltender at the right of us. And the Massena Red Raiders out there at center ice with number 17. That is Morris, all set to take the faceoff. And he usually does take most of the faceoffs, doesn't he, Jerry?
Oh, yeah. He's a good faceoff man. Jake Morris will draw out there. And it's going to be Matt Rose, I believe, coming out for Norwood Norfolk. We're ready to go. 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders off the faceoff. Bigelow trying to break through, pokes it into the zone, goes after it. Caswell gets it away, and it's lifted to the Massena line, and Jason Labarge knocks it down there. He drops it over on the other side to Levac. Levac headman to Bigelow. Bigelow to Morris. Morris pokes in the zone, but Caswell gets a stick on it. Backhands to center ice. Goes to Rose. Rose breaks across the blue line. Loses it to Morris. Morris drops to Levac. The bounce pass to Bigelow, knocked down, but Morris comes up with it. Circles right at his own blue line and starts it out. Here comes Jake Morris with it. Steps by one. Stick handles across the blue line. Into the corner it goes on Caswell. Morris gets rubbed into the boards. The puck comes free. Caswell and Morris jam for it. And they still fight for it. Now Rose mugs Morris. Here's the shot from the blue line. And the save made. Morris steals the puck again. Gets knocked down. And Rose comes up with it. Now we got a penalty. And it's going to be on Massena, on Jake Morris, a retaliation penalty, as he got mugged twice, and he finally retaliated. He gets called for slashing. And with 1 minute gone in the third period, Massena will be killing off another penalty. Our broadcast brought to you tonight by Netto's, 43 Andrews Street, Massena. Stop in and enjoy live music at Netto's every Friday and Saturday night. Cheney Tire, East Orva Street. Your new Bridgestone, Firestone, and Skidoo dealer in Massena. By Pearl Vision, Hearthaven Shopping Center, Massena, for quick quality eye care. They get your glasses right the first time. Also by J&S Sports in the Hearthaven Shopping Center for all your hunting, fishing, and camping supply needs. Off the face-off, Massena killing another penalty. Aaron Barkley whacks it around the boards and down the ice.
Skating 3-on-4, Jerry, right now for the next 15 seconds. And then Massena will be down a man for about a minute and 10 seconds.
Okay, here's Putney with it, loses it. Following up is Enslow to dump it in behind the Massena net. Dougie Cullen leaves it for Aaron Barkley. Aaron starts for McCracken. McCracken has it stolen away, comes free in front, score! As picking up the puck right in front of the net, I believe, was Joe Putney. Massena was nonchalanting it, and they just couldn't clear the zone, and Norwood Norfolk breaks through and scores the first goal, a power play goal, and we'll wait on the official.
Now, Jerry, does the penalty had expired, so Jake Morris will come out, and they'll be skating at full strength. The penalties had just expired, the two matching minor roughing penalties.
Let's see who they... Yeah, it is Putney getting the goal. Here come the Flyers back across again, and the shot knocked down by Tommy Post. Fauché picks up the loose puck in behind. Putney unassisted is the goal. Bobby Whitcup now takes the puck in behind his net, and we got another penalty. And who's it going to go to? A tripping call against Norwood Norfolk, I believe. Now, wait a minute.
I don't think so. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's going to go against Rose.
Yeah.
And Massena had control of the puck. That's why I couldn't understand why they blew the whistle that time. But now Massena will go on the power play. Okay.
That's number 9. Is 9
Oh,
Rose?
is it 9 or 9?
Yeah. No, it's 9.
9, okay.
Seguin.
Okay. Jeff Seguin getting the gate. Thought it was 19. I thought I heard him say 19, but it must have been 9. So Massena on the power play now. They're leading 4-1 with 13:12 left in the third period. Jake Morris comes out with Bigelow, and Jackson's out there along with we got McCracken on one wing, and Labarge is the other defenseman from Massena. Hicken out there to try to kill it along with Ben Todd. It comes to Morris. Morris drops it for Jackson. Jackson back to Jake. Jake takes it across the blue line. Massena looks to set up their power play. Back to Jackson at the point. Back to Morris. Here's Jake. Fakes the shot. Goes to Jackson. His drive. And it's deflected in behind as Bigelow got knocked down. Puck comes free. Campbell back to the point, and they backhand it down the ice. Back after it is Jason Jackson. Picks up a forechecker. Steps by him. Starts out. Now drops back the other way. Starts out right side of the goaltender. Here comes Jackson. Head man to Morris. Morris to McCracken. McCracken to Jackson. Jackson takes it across, goes by the defense, breaks in. Here's the shot. Fired it just wide. Labarge keeps it in at the point. Flips it to Jackson in the corner. Now Bigelow goes after it. He jams along with Campbell. The puck kicks free to McCracken in front. He gets knocked down. Ooh. And the puck comes to Bigelow. Bigelow goes to McCracken, who had fallen down, stays with it. We got a penalty on McCracken. He's going to be called for high sticking as he hit the Norwood Norfolk player in the mask with his stick. Inadvertently, but it's a penalty nonetheless. So with 12:03 remaining in the third period, it's going to be 4-on-4 for 21 seconds, and then Norwood Norfolk will go on the power play again.
After a very slow start penalty-wise, Jerry, we've been picking them up. 10 in the second period, 3 already here in the first 2 minutes and 57 seconds of this third period, with Putney picking up an unassisted goal at the 1 minute, only 1 minute gone in the period.
Off the face-off, Fauché with it to Barkley. Barkley steps across the red line, just dumps it in the Flyer zone. Back after to Steve Kenny. Kenny picks up the forechecker and Whitcup, who steals the puck, then loses it. Trying to stay with it, comes back to the point, takes it out to center ice. Whitcup trying to feed Fauché. Fauché across the blue line. Here comes Joey with a puck drop pass. Collins, his drive, and glove save by Coda. He's going to hold on for the face-off.
The penalty had just expired to the Norwood Norfolk Flying Ends, Jerry, as the shot went off with 11:39 left. Massena will be shorthanded again for 1 minute and 6 seconds of this third period, 4-1. Flyers coming out looking very, very strong here at the start of this period. And again, what you've said many times, Massena gave up that puck in their own end, and Cullen really didn't have much of a chance on it. It did hit his blocker, but it just kind of skipped over his shoulder off in it.
Off the face-off, Caswell with it in behind. Fauché is out there with Bigelow to try to kill it. Barkley and Labarge. Bigelow throws a check, takes the puck away, and dumps it back in the Flyer zone. Back after it again is Campbell. They've got the Rose contingent out there. Rose and Hicken and Benny Todd. Bigelow steals it again. Dumps to the Norwood Norfolk line. Bigelow really, as Dave likes to call him, a whirling dervish out there. Now Barkley. And man, he just, the Norwood Norfolk player tried to block it, and he broke his stick. That was Rose. Now it comes to Bigelow. Bigelow just dumps it right back in the Flyer zone.
That was a powerful shot, Jerry. That stick shattered and nothing flat.
That was Barkley that did that. Okay, here come the Flyers now, trying to move it across the blue line. Rose, he finally takes it in, but offsides. Fauché checked him across the line and gets a push for his efforts, but the faceoff will move outside with 16 seconds left in the minor penalty to Massena's McCracken, and 10:49 left in the period. On the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, the Raiders lead at 4-1. The Flyers, though, the only goal in this period on the power play.
That time, Hicken thought he was straddling the blue line, Jerry, and he had 1 foot inside, way inside both of them, and that's why the offsides occurred.
Right. 12 seconds left in the power play. Tommy Post with it. Flips it around into the corner. Levac back to the point out to center ice. As the Flyers had already vacated those point positions. Now it comes free to Enslow. Dumps it in the Massena zone. Goes by everybody. Levac goes after it in the corner. Here's Levac coming out with it. Penalty is up, and we're back to full even Steven. Headman to Jake, goes off his skate. He races after it in the corner. Morris drops for Biggs. Bigelow right across the goal mouth, and Tommy Moore just got knocked down from behind, couldn't get a stick on it. Flyers come back the other way, and Moore lift the stick from behind as Seguin tried to get the shot off. Here comes Levac. Levac steps by the check. Is going to start out left side of goalie Cullen, hitting Tommy Moore. At the blue line, Moore gets knocked down, but Levac follows out to center ice. Massena's going to make a line change here. Dumped into the Massena zone. Back out, center ice. Here comes Todd Manning. Manning takes it across. Ridden into the boards, knocked down. Jackson looks to follow in the corner, but coming up with it is McDougal. Jackson steals. Manning right in front goes to Tommy Moore. Moore back to Post at the point. Post winds up, shot right on. Rebound, Moore gets a jam at it. Good save by John Cota.
He made 2 good saves there, Jerry. That first one went through a maze of players. The rebound came out. The only problem was, and I'm not sure who it was in just a little too close, and he really couldn't get much on it. But Cota held its ground and took that short side of the net down again. And, boy, I'll tell you, he has been sharp in there. He's had to stop 14 shots since he's come in, and he's had some toughies, and nothing has gotten by him thus far. So he's done a good job since he's come in. About 5 minutes left to go in the second period.
Excellent job by John Cota. Jackson takes the face-off against Rose. Rose wins it, feeds to Caswell. Caswell starts out right side. Trying to get it out. Manning keeps it in at the point, trying to flip it through in front. Oh, Chilton couldn't quite handle it. And back the other way come the Flyers. Chilton back playing that wing now on this line without Cameron. Here's Rose with it, loses it, feeds it back across the blue line, kept in at the point there. Here's a chance for Campbell, backhander. Cullen makes the save, rebound, goes into the corner. Good chance there for Benny Todd. Now he follows it in the corner, falls down. Coming up with it is Jackson, loses in front. Here's a shot, big save by Cullen.
That's the best
and Manning
save he's made today,
gets it
Jerry.
down the ice, and they wave off the icing. Big save by Cullen that time, no doubt about it. Now Chilton cruising in after it. Throws the check. Manning gets upended. The puck comes to Campbell. Back to the point, pinching in is Labarge to keep it in with Hicken. It comes to Jackson. Jackson, stick handling it, gets by one, gets by another. Here's Jackson, gets by another shot. Big save by Cota. And Jackson just made that puck talk. Oh, my goodness, he sure did. Now Bobby Whitcup with it. Comes back to the blue line, goes to Labarge. Labarge flips it in the corner as Massena makes the line change. Here's Fauché letting it go around the board, throws the check. The Flyers control, though, as they move it out. It's Caswell. Caswell doesn't get it out. McCracken forechecking steals the puck. Here's McCracken in behind the net. Steps for Fauché. Joey takes it into the corner. He's looking for McCracken. Oh, and McCracken missed the wide open net. He couldn't get his stick on it. Oh, nice pass. McCracken feeds to Whitcup. This third line continues to buzz for Massena. Whitcup's pass intercepted. Goes into the corner. Rose after it. Gets by a check. Loses the puck. Whitcup in. Here's Bobby Whitcup. Goes back to the point. Levac. Levac winds up. His big drive is deflected wide by somebody. And finally it's bounced out to center ice. Here comes Rose. Across the blue line in the Massena zone. Makes one good move and loses the puck. Now Fauché takes it. Oh, boy. He just got tripped up. I can't believe they didn't call that one. And the puck comes out to center ice. Bouncing around. It comes to Fauché. Breaks through. Here comes Joey. We got a whistle. And what do we got? An offside?
Offside. He called, Jer. I thought he was going to call tripping. That was two pretty good flagrant trips right there. Neither one of them were called. Stan Moore was a little bit upset on the far side, but no call on that one. 7:20 left in the third period. 4-1, Massena leading. Massena was up 4-0. Norwood Norfolk getting the only goal of the period, and that one came with only 1 minute gone. And that was an unassisted power play goal by Putney. Both teams now making changes. The Morris line out there for Massena. I'll tell you, Jerry, that third line can buzz. They put on pressure. They're all over the place. Look like these tall guys. They skate under their arms. They don't know where they are.
Rose's line out for the Flyers. On the Peach Jewelers scoreboard, Massena leads at 4-1. Tommy Moore gets knocked down. The puck comes free. Morris. Here's Jake dropping it back to Tommy Post on the defense. Post bounce pass ahead for Biggs. Biggs tries to move it ahead to Moore. Goes by him. Poked away. Jake Morris in the zone. To Bigelow in the slot. Bigelow gets tied up. Has the puck taken away by Hicken. Back the other way come the Flyers. They got a 3-on-2 momentarily. Hicken takes it across the blue line. Here's Hicken. Quick wrist shot. Cullen makes the save. Not much mustard on that one. Tommy Moore trying to sweep it out of there. It comes away from him to Labarge. Labarge goes to Tommy Post. Post trying to bounce it ahead on the wing to Bigelow. Bigelow feeds Morris, breaking. He couldn't quite get it. Stays with it, though. It comes to Tommy Moore. To Morris, shot. Oh,
what a
big save by Coda again. John Coda has been super here this afternoon. Puck comes free, and it bounces out to center ice with 6:20 left in the third period. And back the other way comes Jason Labarge. Labarge from the red line. A rising shot is gloved by Coda, and he leaves it side of the net for his defenseman, Luke Enslow. Enslow's pass intercepted Tommy Moore. Moore bounces at it to Jackson. Jackson, stick handles. Here's Jackson, high slot, the shot. Coda, save, cover up. Whoa, Coda. He has been super.
Jerry, I've got him right now for, 15, 17 saves since he's come into the hockey game. And out of those 17, I would say 15 of them have been real good saves.
He has been outstanding. Oh, my goodness. We've seen some good goaltending performances this year, but this is one of the better ones. Here's Levac with it. Flips it in behind the net. Caswell around the boards. Collins gets it at the point in the corner to Manning. Manning right in front across the goal mouth, but it was a bouncer, and nobody could get a stick on it. Seguin, headman to center ice. Levac moves it. Comes back in off the poke check. Collins bounces to center ice. Here comes Manning with it. He gets a stick on it, trying to go to Chilton. Chilton drops it back to Levac at the red line. Levac just to an open wing at the blue line of Norwood Norfolk, and the Flyers come up with it momentarily. Jackson ahead to Manning. Manning loses it. Back down into the Massena zone it goes. That's going to go right in on Dougie Cullen. He'll have to leave it for Collins, so no icing called. 5:17 left, third period. Massena up 4-1 on the Pete scoreboard. Here comes Jason Jackson. Poked away, trying to follow it. It goes right along the boards. Now Collins throws a check. It's underneath Manning. He takes a whack at it, gets it just inside the Flyer zone, where Brian Gushlaw loses it. Loses it for Chilton. Oh, he just hauled Chilton down, and Chilton goes into the net.
That's going to be a tripping or holding, whatever they want to call it again.
Chilton had the puck and got hauled down from behind, and what are they going to call? Are they going to call it? Hooking. They did call it. I didn't see
oh, yeah, he called it right away. Jerry, I think what they almost did, he didn't have a clean breakaway, and I don't think he called too many penalty shots in high school hockey.
No.
But he did haul him down from behind. Nice job, though, by the Red Raiders at that time. 4:57 left to go. 4-1. Massena up in this hockey game. Norwood Norfolk getting the only goal here in the third period. The Raiders on the power play.
Here's Jackson in the slot shot. Saved by Coda. And he makes another dandy.
Well, he has been fantastic, Jerry. He holds his ground, and he doesn't go down too quickly, and I think that's been one of the key for him as well, because he stopped a lot of them right about up in the chest.
Face off right side now of Coda, and we have a whistle right off the draw. Morris won it back to Jason Jackson, but Norwood Norfolk was in the process of making a change. That's the reason for the whistle. Hicken will face off against Morris. Off the draw, it comes right where it was to Jackson. Jackson stick handles in the 45, back to the point. Labarge back to Jackson, to Labarge. Labarge moves it across, goes to Morris at the 45 other side, left side of the goalie. Here's Morris trying to come through the middle, gets it knocked away, and is backhanded. Good play by Norwood Norfolk. That was Benny Todd doing a super job there on Jake Morris. Here is Labarge with it. Jason starts, he's going to skate it out. Now he goes ahead. Here comes Jackson. Jackson dipsy doodles across the blue line, takes it in on the left side of the goalie, drop pass back to Tommy Post, fakes the shot, goes in the corner for Bigelow. Bigelow, Jackson, back to Post at the point. Post, quick wrist shot, goes wide, rebound, Jackson in behind. Here's Jackson circling in front of the net, all by himself, shot, he fired it wide. Jake Morris, I should say. Right cross-ice pass. Jackson shot. Score! Finally, Massena scores that fifth goal. Jason Jackson on a pass from Jake Morris. And that pretty much effectively puts the game away. So Massena finally picks up a power play goal here.
At the 11:04 mark, Jerry, power play goal. I think Jackson and Morris, I don't know if they'll give another assist or not. We'll have to wait and see. But a nice shot.
Yep, Jackson gets the goal. Morris gets the assist. That's it. No, they're right. And we have a new goaltender in there for Massena. Here comes the puck. Fauché shot, and that's in behind the net. And that's Jason Bashaw, isn't it? Bashaw in the net for Massena. And here's the shot.
Ooh, nice save.
That came right across in behind the goalie, but not in the net, as the goalie was a little bit out. Coda. Puck in the corner. We got that UPS line out there from Massena, wreaking a little havoc now as the puck comes out to center ice. Barkley dumps it back in the zone. Massena has to get onside. They do. And, boy, they buzz right back in here. Here's Whitcup after it. Fauché in the corner, steps by a check. He gets railed by two players, goes down, but Whitcup picks up the puck back to Fauché. Fauché again gets mugged in the corner, stays with it. Feeds it in front, bouncing pass back to the point. Barkley winds. His shot through traffic, deflects into the corner. Now it's McCracken after it. McCracken trying to step by a check. We have whistles sounding and penalties being called. With 3 minutes even on the scoreboard, it's Massena on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard leading Norwood Norfolk 5-1.
I think we're going to have roughing, Jerry.
That's Hayes. I'm sorry. I thought that was Bashaw going in, but it's Todd Hayes going into the nets for Massena.
That's Campbell again.
What do we have, matching? Yeah,
Campbell
Fauché.
and Fauché.
Okay.
Matching minor penalties at 12 minutes into the third period. Number 7, Joey Fauché.
So we're down to 3 minutes left.
Number 12, Greg Campbell. A minute and a half each for roughing.
And it's 5-1 Massena on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. So we got 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders. And out there for Massena, Trevor Brown will be out there with Jason Chilton. And we've got Collins and... let's see, we'll pick up the other one in a minute. Comes in behind the net. Chilton trying to forecheck. And back the other way come the Flyers of Norwood Norfolk, Troy Caswell. Caswell across the blue line, trying to make the shift. Collins takes him into the corner. He backhands it, but nobody at the blue line as they had all crashed. And the puck comes all the way back to the Norwood Norfolk line. Brian Gushlaw flips it ahead. Trevor Brown now trying to forecheck, but the Flyers control it. They dump it to the Massena line. It comes to Collins. He pokes it back out to center ice. Around the boards it comes as they jam for it. Oh, John Paul Beauvais is the other Massena defenseman. That's why I didn't recognize him. Okay. Back down come the Flyers. They flip it in the Massena line. Beauvais picks it up. John Paul feeds it ahead. Whoops, Chilton kind of overskates. Now he comes back with it and just dumps it in the zone. Trevor Brown in after it. Here's Brown. He's got a couple of goals. Oh, he just got railed. And back out comes Eddie Davis to throw a check. Bovair picks up the puck, dumps it back in the Flyer zone.
1:58 left, Jerry, in the hockey game.
Ahead it goes. Brian Gushlaw. Gushlaw looking to headman it down the ice. Ben Todd. Todd can't catch up with it, and it's an icing. And the face-off will move back inside Norwood Norfolk territory.
17 seconds left in the minor penalties to Campbell and Fauché. We have 1:47 left to go in the third period. Massena up by a score of 5-1 in a game that started out rather quietly. In the second and third period, we have mounted into quite a few penalties, Jerry. 16 for a total so far.
I guess so. Eddie Davis out there with Freddie Kellison now for Massena. And we've got Labarge out there with Post. It comes to Labarge off the face. Labarge just flips it in the corner. Eddie Davis after it. Has it taken away by Luke Enslow. Enslow along the boards. Davis stays with it. Here comes Eddie coming up with it. Slides it into the slot. We have a whistle.
And we've got penalties
Another
again.
penalty
I think
or
we
two.
got interference, Jerry.
Or a hit from behind. I think they're both going to get nailed.
Well, if
So
they
Kellison
do.
for one. And who's that for the Flyers? We'll pick it up in a moment. As soon as I think that's going to be Luke Enslow.
Number 11. Yep,
So
Enslow.
Enslow and Kellison get the gate each.
27 of the third period.
Roughings.
To Massena's number 8, Fred Kellison. A minute and a half for hitting after the whistle.
Hit after the whistle for Kellison. McCracken out there to face it off. Hit from behind, whatever. And the puck goes in the corner. Luke Enslow holding the call on Enslow. So Massena gets the man back, as do the Flyers, and we're back to 4-on-4 again. Enslow, or that's Caswell rather, takes it across, loses it in the corner. Fauché throws the check on Hicken. The puck underneath, and Jason Labarge comes up with it behind the net. Labarge starts out. Headman pass goes all the way out to center ice and goes by Caswell. Fauché racing after it. He and Caswell go together, and Caswell takes Fauché down. McCracken is in there. Now they're going to have a possible breakaway. No,
Pass
as
just a
Benny
little too
Todd
far.
couldn't quite catch up with it. But he stick handles right in front. It goes in behind the net. Now bouncing in there is McCracken to come after it. McCracken starts out right side. Takes it back again, looking just to move it ahead. Under a minute to play in the hockey game.
40
McCracken
seconds, Jerry.
goes to Labarge, back to McCracken. He starts it out again along the boards. McCracken takes it across the blue line, stops at the blue line, waits, goes for Fauché, can't quite catch it, follows it, has it poked away, gets railed into the boards. Oh. And back down the other way comes the Flyers' Hicken. His shot, save made by Hayes. His first save of the game. He hadn't been in very long, though, I guess I should say it. It comes to Levac. Levac in the corner, throws a check as he comes
10
away with the
seconds,
puck.
Jerry.
10 seconds left. Here's Levac. Headman Joey Fauché got McCracken, has it poked away. He saw him, couldn't get him the puck. Here's Tommy Post doing a little stick handling. Stays with it, gets back up again. And the buzzer
hockey game.
sounds. And that's the hockey game. The Massena Red Raiders defeat the Flyers of Norwood Norfolk on a score of 5-1. So Massena defeats Norwood Norfolk on a score of 5-1. Stay tuned for the post-game show. Once again, our final score, Massena 5 and Norwood Norfolk 1.